G'day everyone and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. I am very pleased because it looks like the mini shells have finally returned. There's like a rack line up here, there's a rack line down there. I'm just going to start collecting up a few things before I lose sight of them. There we go, got myself a nice big bean trivia. I've noticed a few so far, so I'm probably going to collect up a bunch of them. This shiny guy down here looks like a little graceful cowrie. Yeah, nice and empty, or at least he's just got pebbles in the teeth by the feels of it. And I'm probably going to collect up a lot of these because I've noticed a lot of these as well. They are little pebble urchins. Very exciting. It's been a while since I've had a good mini day. Anyway, we're going to check this side of the beach and the other side of the beach. Today is probably not a good day for the rock pools because the tide is up very high, but we'll see what we can get before the heat wave sends me off the beach. It's been a shockingly hot days lately. This one, just a little bit, is a little piece of lace coral. I'll collect up any little bits of this that I see probably. And this one over here is nice and large. And it does indeed look empty. These ones don't get much bigger than this. There we go. It is a blue periwinkle. Oh, look at that. It's the other kind of lace coral. There's two of it. These purple pieces are pink lace coral. I know they look purple, but I think like the species in other parts must look pink because otherwise it would be called purple lace coral. A couple of little things down here. First of all is this bean trivia. See how he's got like a curved tooth line? It's a slightly different species than the one I picked up first. And there's also this guy. It is a little tortoise dove shell. They are very common here. Very lovely oranges, reds, maroons, and kind of blacks. Although I did find an albino one once. And this guy, he is very small. I lost the last one of these that I found. It is a mysterious velvet snail. There is lots of nice, there's very common ones around, which I am enjoying. But there's also the odd thing, which I don't usually see too often. This is one of the common ones. That wasn't a very good segue. That one is a bird cardita. One of the least common ones that I see is this guy down here. He is extremely small. Look at him. It is a sea butterfly. It is a type of gastropod that lives on top of the ocean surface. This one's an empty shell. I guess they look like they have little wings when they're alive. That's why they get the name sea butterfly. And another one, I saw him as well when I crouched down. He is empty. He looks kind of dull. He's not super shiny anymore, but still a nice color. That one is a gaudy dog whelk. Lots of goodies. Okay, this one right here looks like a keyhole limpet. These ones do glow a little bit under the nice UV lights that you can get. They glow a slight pink color on some of their lines. And this one is a pheasant shell. These ones also glow pink, but they're a little bit more subdued. I think I have to sit down at this little pile and collect up a few things. This one just caught my eye. Yeah, a little juvenile cowrie, though I'm not sure which one. It's probably a graceful cowrie. And the spot of bright red. No, this one was a spot of bright red. There we go. That one is very, very cute. I don't know if you can see them. Hopefully I'm holding them up close enough. That one is a kelp shell. Usually I find them in a brown color, but sometimes they get to be this nice maroon color as well. I'm going to be picking up some of the little mini top shell species as I see them. This one right here with all the plain red coloring and the nice grooves on it is the red-toothed top shell. There is also one right underneath it. I think that one is the Stranger's little top shell. It's just got some markings on it. I actually brushed that aside while I was trying to pick up a pheasant shell. I gotta look beyond the pheasant shells sometimes. Oh, he is very nice. Look at this little fella. It is a little Wentel trap. He's all whole too. I mean, a little bit rounded on that tip, but still pretty nice. I've just been calling these juvenile precious Wentel traps. I'm not sure that that's true. I think they would indeed be some kind of other small Wentel trap species. I'm just not sure which one. And of course, yes, picking up more and more pheasant shells each time as well. That's a nice orange one right there. Probably getting closer to its maximum size. Oh, look at him. He's very striking. Look at that nice pattern. It is a juvenile cowrie because he hasn't grown the teeth on either side of that opening. The markings, I want to say, oh my goodness, I think these markings are for a juvenile cat cowrie. That would be my best guess. I know it's like a donkey because it's got those black stripes, but the stripes are kind of intermittent. So I'm guessing it's for a cat cowrie. Oh, it is just the smallest piece, but I still want it. This stuff's really fun to collect. a very minuscule piece of that organ pipe coral that I've been enjoying finding lately. That is a very nice, pretty, shiny one. I've moved away from the shell pile because I have to remind myself, don't get fixated on one place. Have a little look around first to see if there's any shinies that jump out at you. This is another nice, graceful cowrie. They're usually a very dark color when I find them, but they fade quite considerably to a light gray after a few weeks when they dry out. There we go, one kind of right at the shore here. Yeah, if I can get the shell grit off of it, yeah, that one looks pretty good. It is a little crowned cone. They're very common here. They all have nice yellowy, purpley, sometimes grayish markings and patterns on them. Ooh, do I want you? I might put it away into my my big things container so it doesn't like smack on any of the minis. I'm trying to get the sand out, but I can't flick it out because it's all dried in there. This one is a barnacle, so it's not a shell. I mean, it is a shell just of a crustacean instead of a sea snail. I think this one is specifically an acorn barnacle. Ooh, that one's nice and red. What color was the first one I picked up? Was it also red? Anyway, we've got ourselves another bird cardita. More little pebble urchins right here. I'm just like picking up a lot of the typical things right now. And I might collect this guy as well. Why not? I'll collect up a few of them if I see some nice ones. It is a rough Venus. They're actually very common here, although I don't collect a ton of them. A little white moon snail. These guys, I usually just shove them into my box instead of showing them to you guys. I'm sorry about that. This one I've been calling a coral moon snail. It doesn't have an English name, but the genus name is Vanacar, so that's why I call this one coral moon snail. Have I picked up a limpet yet? I think I picked up a little keyhole one. This one's something else. It is a cap-shaped false limpet. It's a false limpet because this one breathes air. The true limpets breathe water through some kind of gills that they have. Is that a very cute scallop at the shore? I think it's a bit like discolored, but I think it's still pretty cute. This one looks like a scaly scallop because he's got some hints of scales still on him. Also, in case anyone is wondering, when the tide is up super high, it pushes so much sand into the rock pools and the tide pools. So usually this, you can see a lot of the rocks through here, but it's very, very sandy. The water feels very, very nice though. Anyway, we're about to head over near the rock wall to see if there's any minis over there as well. Spotted him coming out of the water. I mean, I was coming out of the water, not this guy. He is very cute. Look at him. It doesn't even look like he's got any like markings or much damage on him other than a few healed breaks. It looks like he's got like a little scar right on that middle there. This one is an embossed Venus. I don't find them very often, so this is quite nice. There are some minis over here. That is a very nice change compared to the last few times I've come through. Anyway, here we go. We have for ourselves a lovely blotched neurite. Of course, there's always a neurite. Another blotched neurite. Yeah, just a little one, but he looks nice and shiny. There's some dull ones around too. And this guy's kind of interesting looking. Look at him. These guys are sort of semi-common here, although finding a nice one, I don't know, I either overlook them or I just don't find them very much. It is the striped-mouthed periwinkle. Very, very cool. Also, I did notice this guy pretty much first. He looks very old though. Look at how pitted with age he is. He is a prickly spotted droop. He's like I said, pretty old. Not a keeper for me, but I don't know. Would you guys have kept him? Are you intact? You are intact. Look at him. I actually did pick up a broken one earlier, but I left it behind. Yes, nice and empty. There's no guts inside. Oh, he's got like a nice big, is it nice? Sure, why not? A nice big healed scar along his top too. It's kind of like interrupted the coloration of his lines. Very cool, brown lined paper bubble. Oh, I found one of these on my last trip too. This one is a bearded hoof shell, but all of his, furry, hairy, beardy periostracum is all worn away on him, so he's just the nice clean shell. Yes, I do have my feet in the water again. It's another bivalve at the shore here that looks quite nice. This one is a Jackson's Venus. I feel like they're becoming more and more common lately. I did not see that when I was walking past earlier. This one is a commercial scallop. I usually don't find them much bigger than this. And usually when I get them from here, they've got like discoloration through them. So this one has turned slightly grayish somehow. Okay, not all of the little rock pools are covered in sand. This one, yeah, it looks kind of nice. I don't see a lot of them here, although I know they are quite common on other beaches. This one should be a Gray's dog cockle. That looks like a little music cone, but is it a nice music cone? It's an empty music cone, And yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. These music cones are only a small cone species. They don't get a whole lot bigger than this. It's poking around at something completely different. I nearly didn't see that. Is that just sand in there? I was expecting there to be a crab in there. I think it's just sand in there. Okay. This one's fairly like battered. I can see that it's quite beach worn, but it's a shell that I don't find very often. It's also got little white things on it. I don't know what those are. I don't know if they're safe to touch. This one's a top shell. I think it's the common tent shell. Even though the tide isn't very low, I feel like it would be a missed opportunity if I didn't at least check on this side of the lighthouse. It's very calm and quiet over here. I was actually hoping for a little bit more wind because it is so warm. But anyway, let's see if the waves have left us with anything. There's not many waves around. This one looks very nice and brown. I think that was just water and stuff. Oh, he's a little bit calcified on the side. See how he's white? I say that's calcified. When they get like weathered and stuff, their shells do shell things and they turn white. It's very natural. So this one would need some mineral oil on it just to keep it looking nice and moisturized. It is a lovely brown flat sand snail though. It's very nice. They come in a lot of different colors, but brown and blue are my favorites. Oh, there's actually a few things in here. This is like way back from the waterline. This one is another limpet. I want to call that one a flat false limpet, although I always say they're not that flat. Anyway, what is a name? And this one, there we go, it's another flat sand snail. This one's a yellow colored one. I find that the yellow and the white ones are more common than the bluey purples and the brown one, like what I picked up earlier. My goodness, I almost stopped recording and then that caught my eye. Also, I will pick up that bit of glass that I just saw. Oh no, where did it go? There it is. I pushed that way under. How did I even manage that? There we go. It is another flat sand snail, another little brown one. I mean, the first brown one was massive. Anyway, it's just a little one is what I'm trying to say. Is that maybe a snakehead down there? I can't see it very well. It is. It is a snakehead cowrie. It feels shiny, but also a little bit dull. Not sure how it'll dry. But yeah. Oh, by the way, yes, we are on the other side of the lighthouse. The water is not getting lower than this today, so after a quick check, I might collect up a few more minis and then be on my way. Well, I've come back to where I started because I was pretty sure I missed a whole bunch on my quest to see the other side of the beach and then cool down in the rock pools. Oh, I just flicked that and it went somewhere. There, there it is. My goodness, look at this little fella. He is very, very nice. It is a little small-toothed cowrie. This is maximum size, so he's not a baby. He's fully adult. He's got his nice patterning on top. He's got great colors. He's got a bit of a gloss. Got his lovely purple tips. Okay, that was worth coming back around here for. Look at him. He's very, very small. Hello, good sir. If I can get the little seaweedy bits off of him. Yeah. This one is a brown bubble shell. I don't remember finding many that are smaller than this because he's a little bit broken, but that's fine. They usually get maybe like 4 times long and like 10 times as like of weight and mass and volume. So this is just a little baby one. I picked up one of these, the gaudy dog whelk earlier, but it wasn't very colorful. This one's just a juvenile with a lot of extra colors and patternings on it. So that's another cute one for the mini bucket. Oh, I looked up from the mini bucket and he was just sitting there. How long have you been sitting there? I was literally sitting in this exact spot like an hour ago. That's a very nice Wendell trap. I feel like it's been a while since I found one of these. This one's a lamellose Wendell trap. I'm just so used to finding all the ones in the mangroves that just aren't this species. He's very nice. He would only get maybe another centimeter longer than that at maximum size. He's very cute. Look at this one. He's all nice and whole on the bottom. I'm sorry, I was looking over the camera screen, so it didn't really turn up to be in the center of the camera screen. Anyway, this one is a little baby zebra volute. He's worn away a little bit on his top because some of his stripes have faded, but still super adorable. I do not often find them in that kind of size. What do we have here? Are you whole? He looks pretty whole. He's got an okay tip on him too. This one is a mitre shell. It is a root-covered ribbed mitre. I don't usually find them here. I would say that they're much more common at the beach, kind of right over there. I find more of them over near Mooloolaba. Oh, and I also want this guy because I haven't picked up one of them yet. I'm finding a lot of minis in this spot that I already checked. It just goes to show I shouldn't have rushed before because I was hot. Anyway, this one is a little pyramid periwinkle. You see them live on the rocks on the other side of the lighthouse. I usually don't show them though. I only show the odd empty one. I don't know what it is, but it's a cute little pinky colored bivalve. There we go. Not sure. There's a lot of things that I'm just not sure about that just kind of end up in my bucket. I saw a little mini there next to this one that I think I really like. Okay, this one is a juvenile obelisk creeper. That might be a predator drill hole in the side, so he might have been eaten, or it might just be damage on the shell. I was not reaching for this. I did not see it. Also, I'm very sorry for that wind, everyone. It's a beautiful, lovely, cool wind, but it's not good for the video. He's actually very, very nice. Look at this guy. I do not find that many of them. It is a little, what's it called? A Teardrop Bean Cowrie. There we go. It's not actually a cowrie. It's one of the cowrie allies. And this is the maximum size for this guy. Another little Wental trap. Which one do we think this one is? Maybe another Lamellose Wental trap, or it's either that or a minor Wental trap. I don't know. There's a lot of different species that I can get from here that are very small. What? How did I not see you on my first pass through? It is all hole on the bottom as well. What? It even has a shine, everyone. Like, literally, I'm walking off the beach. The stairs are right there. How did I miss a nice shiny Grape Cowrie? That's very nice. Grape Cowries are not super common here. Finding one in a nice shiny condition is very difficult. That does look good and shiny. He's got nice dark points. I will say though, these guys do lighten considerably as they dry. I've found a few very dark ones in the past that turned very light after a few weeks when the shell material dried out. Still, super beautiful shells. Nice to feel as well because they're also called the stippled cowrie. All of those little bumps are nice raised stippling, so they feel good to touch. Well, I started off with heat, and now it's windy and rainy and honestly quite a pleasant temperature. So finally, after a big morning, here are the shell finds for today. And if you have enjoyed them, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. Oh my goodness, everyone. It was nice to just get back to the beach and just find minis on the sand. Like, I've missed seeing the little shells on the sand. And of course, it is time to talk about favorites and special mentions. So if you do have favorites and special mentions, please let me know down in the comments. I do want to give a special mention. Oh gosh, I don't want to take anything out because I know it's all going to tip over. The wind's been trying to tip my shells over for me. Special mention to the lovely Lamellose Wental trap. It's a very nice shell. I might give a special mention to the brown-lined paper bubble. I know there's been a lot of special mentions for these guys in the last few episodes, but they've just been standing out to me. And you know what? Oh gosh, this is a very nice embossed Venus. Very eye-catching. It might be a favorite, but I'll give it a special mention. Also special mention to the little zebra volute. Oh my goodness, he's so heckin' cute. I didn't drop it with his little knobbly tip. Very adorable. But as for the favorites, everyone, I have been missing the cowries, so all of the favorites are probably going to be cowries right at the end. Like, what the heck? I did not see this when I came down originally from the beach access. A very, very nice Grape Cowrie. I did, in fact, drop that one. I'm sorry, everyone. There we go. Super lovely. And oh my goodness, this one's shinier than I thought he was. A very nice small toothed cowrie. Gets the other favorite for the day. Although, I will say, you know what? Why not? I'll give a little favorite to this guy because he's also shinier and nicer than I thought he was too. It is the Teardrop Bean Cowrie. It can also have a favorite. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.